Welcome back. You may know and love him as the villain turned heartthrob Spike in the sci-fi series Buffy. What a breakthrough. Or as the popular bad guy in Smallville, Brainiac. You may even recognise as the evil inventor Victor Stein in Marvel's Runaways, which I also quite loved.
Yes, James Marsters has perfected the art of playing the anti-hero, and he'll be reminiscing with his fans next month when Supanova returns to our shores. And we are very pleased to say James joins us now live from Los Angeles.
G'day, James.
Hey.
Hey, Lizzie. Hey, David. Good to be with you guys.
Good to see you, mate.
Let's start with Spike. That character went through quite the journey across Buffy's 7 seasons. How was it for you to play a character that really evolved so much?
It was amazing. It was everything, you know. It was heaven on earth, and also horrifying. It was you know, when you do a television show, after you've done one episode, you pretty much know what they're going to ask you to do week to week. But on Buffy, you never really knew. They might ask you to do anything. And sometimes it was really fun what they were asking you to do. Sometimes it was really scary. Sometimes it actually hurt. Sometimes it took a piece. And there was no safety. And looking back, I think that's what I'm most grateful for. I don't think I've ever done my best work when I was comfortable. I think we're all at our best when we're being challenged outside of our comfort zone. So Buffy was just fabulous, yeah.
And that's just the beginning of that journey for you. And I know that's why, you know, we've spoken to you before about how much the fans love you down under here. We spoke to one of the cast members of Angel last week too. You know, that's been having a bit of a resurgence through, you know, being on streaming. How was that to go from that Buffy and thinking, okay, well, that's it now, I'm done, and then Angel pops up?
Well, you know, it was so good, actually, because my favorite part of doing Buffy was when I was evil.
Yeah.
Normally, when you're playing a secondary character on Buffy, most of your lines are going to be something like, "Everyone, wait for Buffy. What does Buffy think? Everyone, get behind Buffy." You know. And when I was evil, I was like, "I'm going to kill you, babe. Let's come here." You know, like that was a much more fun place to be. And then I fell in love with Buffy, and a lot of my lines were like, "Oh, would you like a cup of tea, Buffy? You want to sit on my lap, Buffy? Oh, let's wait for Buffy." And that was still good. But, you know, when I got over on Angel and my whole job was just to give him a headache every day, it was just delicious. Yeah.
And I was a teenager right in those heart years of Buffy, and you were very, very scary, Spike. Now, in your body of work, we tend to find you playing the bad guy, the Spike, or other bad guys. Do you prefer being the villain?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've played a few heroes, and I found that it's really hard. Usually, when the hero is running, because they're always trying to save people. So 12 hours a day, you're running.
Right.
And you're sweating, and all the other characters are complaining that you're not saving them correctly, you're not saving them quick enough, and you're always dredging up some childhood trauma so the script can have weight, and you have to cry all the time. Ugh, so much work. When you play a villain, you just basically lurk. You know, you just sat there in the shadows waiting for the hero to come by sweating and huffing and puffing, and you jump out of the shadows, you pop him in the head, and you go home. You know, it's just a lot easier.
I'm loving your spin on all this, man. It's so good. I mean, I love also the fact as well that you've got your own band with your son, Sullivan, that's called Ghost of the Robot. How is it, like, you know, growing up, like, raising him and him going to music? Did you want him to get into arts?
I told him the same thing that I got told when I came out of high school, which is if you choose the performing arts, you're choosing poverty. Be very clear about that. You have to love what you're doing enough to make the grinding poverty worth it. And I told him I made the choice. I had my eyes open, and I had the best time of my life. It was fabulous. I couldn't afford meat. I couldn't afford a car. But it was just absolutely wonderful years. And the only problem, I said, was when you came along, son, and I had to realize that I wasn't making enough money to be a father. And so I said, if you want to be a musician, do it. I support you. You're good enough to do it. Go for it. It worked for me. But if you have a problem with poverty, or if you ever want to be a dad, you might want to think about something else. So now he just passed the bar. He graduated law school, and he's already got cases in civil defense. And so now he's a rock and roll lawyer.
Well, now, wait a second. Let me ask you, as a dad,
Yeah.
Your son just passed the bar. Your son's a lawyer, even though he's rocking on the side. No, that's his passion. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, a little bit proud.
A little bit?
Just a little bit. Holy, I got kicked out of drama school, my man. Like that, I am so proud of him.
An overachiever.
So awesome. Yeah, that's so. James, it's always good to see you, man. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you when you get down under.
Yeah, I love it, man. It's always good to see you guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, James.
Right, for tickets to see James at Supernova in Brisbane and in Adelaide, head to supernova.com.au. He's a good laugh, isn't he?
Yeah, he's great.
So cool.
Such a villain.
I know.